Essence is a really interesting agency. It was born in London just about a little over a decade ago, by a number of marketers in the banking industry who really developed some fascinating approaches to online marketing. And over time, they were able to win project work from Google, and ultimately over the last decade have become Google's global digital agency, servicing them around the world. And that expertise, both in terms of working with Google as a client, working on their tech stack, really getting close to a lot of the data-focused initiatives that they have, built a unique capability within the agency. And that capability was acquired by WPP a couple of years ago. It has become the fourth major media agency network for Group M in the recent reorganizations that have been announced. So you had MEC and Maxis combined to form Wavemaker. Essence has now a full-service media operation, delivering services globally across all platforms. And as part of that, we've grown to now also service in the U.S. The NBC Universal business, studios and cable and broadcast network business, and also the entire Target business. So the group is expanding. We are primarily focused on data-driven and data-intensive clients who are looking to drive outcome-based solutions. And a core of what we do, the premise of everything we do, is rooted in the vision of bringing more value to the advertising ecosystem. I mean, that's ultimately what we believe has to be done. We have to bring more value to advertisers. We have to bring more value to the viewer and the consumer in the experiences that they have with advertising. And by doing that, we believe that we'll bring more value to publishers and media sellers, because their business will continue to operate in a way that allows them to succeed.
So you've been at this event a couple of days. Give us some of your thoughts and your takeaways about the discussions. Some of them have gotten pretty excited, shall we say, the dialogue, with the digital giants and the traditional, and where things are going. Just give us some of your thoughts.
It's been a really fascinating experience for me. This is my first BTV retreat, and I'm amazed at the focus that we've been putting on the tension that exists between the duopoly in the digital space and kind of all others in terms of the industry. I really think we all have a common objective, which is we're all ad-supported businesses, whether you're from the agency side or whether you're a marketer or whether you're an ad seller from a publisher or whether you're from a platform company like Google or Facebook. Ultimately, all of our destinies depend on advertising models that work. Marketers need to reach people, agencies need to have a business model, and publishers need a revenue source to sustain their business. So I think that we all have mutual interests around the advertising model. So I'm not so sure that there needs to be as much tension as was discussed in the rooms around the platforms versus the publishers. I do think that there is healthy debate that needs to take place around where each of the companies fits in the ecosystem, how the business models evolve, to what degree platforms are closed, walled gardens or not. And I think that that's an evolving discussion. I think it ultimately will end in the right place, but I do think that it will be a difficult discussion over time. I think there are other folks who we really should be looking at as the problem. And those are kind of two camps in my mind. They're companies that are trying to disintermediate and get in the way of value creation that services the end constituents. So to me, we need to eliminate as much of the middle as possible so that the beneficiaries of a more efficient marketplace and a data-driven marketplace are the advertisers and the media sellers. And so to the degree that we can eliminate as many of the middlemen as possible so that we deliver best value for each of those ends of the spectrum, I think is critical. I think the other thing that no one talks about is the behavior changes that a number of new platforms are driving amongst key segments of our population to be conditioned to watching content and consuming video without ads. And the more that happens, the more that we create that, allow that behavior change to evolve, the less opportunities marketers are going to have to reach their consumers in ad-supported environments, the more challenged publishers are going to be in terms of their business models, and the more difficult it's going to be for agencies and marketers to effectively plan and build marketing solutions that drive their product sales. So I think we really need to think as an industry about what's happening in the SVOD space and in the space of non-ad supported consumption.